just keep fighting, each and every game because it's any given Sunday.
Welcome to Mustard Cat Sports Challenge. My name is Lucas TA. We're going to talk sports and we're going to talk your flipping ear off. I got the first guest for our first show. And what's his name? Kyle, my cousin. Kyle, cheers.
Cheers up, buddy. Thanks for having me.
Hey, you're welcome. And everyone, don't worry. This is beer. So, Kyle, I want to start off by asking you a few questions to basically get the viewers to understand who you are before we start hammering these sports questions. So, Kyle, to begin with, where are you from?
Where am I from?
Yeah.
I'm from where you are.
Oh,
That didn't make
where's
any
that?
sense. Rochester, Minnesota.
Perfect. You still live there?
Nah, I'm in Lawrence, Kansas now. I attend the University of Kansas, studying
Frickin' fly.
neurobiology.
Hey, that's good. Yeah, no one likes to live in Rochester anyways, so that's fine.
Nah, everybody gets out.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, that's a big
Except my parents, I guess.
Yeah.
My parents and grandma.
That's my grandma too, pal. My next question is, do you watch sports regularly?
Yeah, for the most part. I watch a lot of
Yeah.
sports, but
Yeah, that's a pretty, I hope, great question that I asked you, because if you didn't watch sports, I don't really know why I would have you on this show.
well, you brought me on, so.
I did.
But I mainly watch football, college, NFL, and then college basketball. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So Kyle, have you played any sports or play any sports now?
Played basketball all my life. Played a little bit of football, but mainly basketball, and I still play basketball actually. So play a lot
I
of
also, I
recreational
also,
leagues, men leagues.
yeah,
So
I also hear you're on a kickball team.
I am, but I'm not very good. So we took second. We took second this year.
You a water boy or something?
Nah, I just stand out in the outfield.
Perfect. That's what we want.
So
Well, I appreciate you coming on, Kyle, because this is going to be a really fun show, and we're going to talk sports. We're going to talk everything current events right now, and then we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of our whole show, which hopefully will be the exciting part for everyone. Hopefully, but
let's do it. I love talking sports.
great, perfect. So Kyle, it's football season. It's freaking football season. I love football season in general, especially the beginning, because it's exciting. It's exciting because it feels like the first week of fall, even though I don't think it's technically fall right now, but it feels like you're a kid in a candy store, or it's your first day or first night of coming down to get those Christmas presents.
Yeah.
It's exciting. Do you play fantasy football?
I don't. I
Have
did
you
it
ever
like
played
one time, and I
one
can't
time?
pay attention enough. So
You can't pay attention as in you just don't like it, or you can't pay attention because you have ADD?
yeah, I forget to set lineups and stuff like that, and really pay attention throughout the week, and
Okay.
so
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, uh, Kyle, I'd like to let you know that I have 5 quarterbacks on my fantasy football team. I drafted them. Would you care to hear who they are at all?
Yes, I
Or
would love what five
it's a
quarterbacks you have.
it's a banger lineup. And the reason why I did this was because in our draft, people started taking quarterbacks in the second round, and then they started
Okay.
dabbling all through the thing. And once I got a certain amount of people that I wanted, which weird enough is I got 3 tight ends. Travis Kelsey.
5. Okay.
No, tight ends. So I got
Yeah.
Travis Kelsey, I got Mark Andrews, and then I got George Kittle. So basically swiped all the good tight ends, even
Yeah,
though
but I hope you played. Did you play Kittle this week? I hope.
I did over Andrews,
Okay. All right.
but
That's a
I
smart
still
choice.
played. I still played Travis Kelsey. Got me, I think, 4.
Ooh,
So thanks for that, Kelsey.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Nice job.
But on to the quarterbacks. I got Joe Burrow,
Okay.
Justin Herbert,
Okay.
Jared Goff, Trevor Lawrence, and Aaron Rodgers. So, you know, some bangers. But the
Okay.
question is, which quarterback did I start?
Okay. I'd have to go with Joe Burrow. I would have started Joe Burrow.
Well, you would technically be correct because I was going to start him, but then last week I was like, you know what? I'm starting Aaron Rodgers. That guy's going to come out firing. So I started Aaron Rodgers. There's still a chance I can change it. I have a whole day, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It.
I'm
You
gonna ride the
know,
magic train.
he does play the 49ers though. And he's always had issues with them. So
Thanks for that. Thanks a lot.
just letting you know.
Thanks a lot.
So,
Um,
but did you get like 5 quarterbacks as like trading pieces? Are you gonna hold on to them for the whole year?
yeah,
Like,
you're spot on, pal. It's
okay.
trade bait. It's trade bait. So I'm hoping, and not to spoil some of our current events, but sounds like Mr. What's his nuts from the Packers might be hurt. It might not be serious, but an injury is an injury.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, um, but I guess to move on, I guess we could start with the very first game that started, and that was the magnificent Chiefs and the Ravens. And before we even get into the actual game and talk about anything about it, I want to say I kind of wiped the slate clean when I left the football arena when the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, and I
Okay.
felt
Last
cheat.
year.
I felt cheated as a fan, and then I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'm gonna give the Chiefs a fair shot. I'm gonna give them a shot. Maybe they're a good team, and I think they are a good team. But a lot of those calls were a little suspicious. There's always bad calls in the NFL, but there has been a ref cloud over the Kansas City Chiefs for the last 3-4 years,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
and I don't want to have to not like the Kansas City Chiefs because they're in bed with the refs. Because
Okay.
that's what I feel. I would rather hate the Chiefs because they're damn good
Right.
rather than they get all these stupid calls because that's literally what happened. Again, the Ravens had 2 shots in the end zone at the end. One they completely missed the wide receiver, and then the other guy toe tapped and just barely went off the line. So they
Yeah.
had opportunities, but a lot of those uh,
Yeah.
questionable calls.
I
by the
saw,
refs.
you got a defensive coordinator calling a timeout that shouldn't have been allowed
Yeah, that was yeah, and there was nothing
at a
done.
big time too, at a big time in
Yeah,
the game. Like,
yeah,
so yeah, it I agree with you on that totally. Like, you never want one, especially a superpower who's coming off back-to-back championships to just get
hmm
more help.
yeah,
But the Ravens did have multiple chances to win, and it brings up the question of, to me, is that it's kind of the same old Ravens that they can't get it done when they need to get it done, you know? So as much as the Chiefs were given um, a good
Gift.
flag, I guess, yeah, but the Ravens didn't help themselves out either, you know? So
They didn't. The Yeah, you're 100% right. The Ravens did have they had the opportunity, and they literally dropped the ball, and then they went out of bounds. And
yeah,
like, I guess you can go back and be like, well, the refs screwed them out of a few calls, and they did. But in the end, they still did have a shot at it at the very end. So so
yeah.
I, yeah,
The one with
I don't know.
Trey Flowers in the back of the end zone, that was a complete miss. That was
I
just
know. Uh,
uh
yeah,
it,
that's a heartbreaker.
as a quarterback, you got to make that throw. You know, I'm
Yeah.
sitting here as a terrible quarterback, but you know, I'm not one that's getting paid hundreds of million
Yeah.
dollars to make that throw. You know, so
Yeah. I will say though, um, Jackson looked better than Mahomes. I think he did. I think he
uh,
looked better. You don't think so?
as
I think he looked better because obviously he's a lot more mobile than Patrick Mahomes.
right,
Patrick Mahomes is still mobile, but he's got that X factor that he can go run. He's a big guy. Obviously, he can have injuries. He's coming off MVP season. That was the first game. There's a lot
yeah,
of things they can clean up from that, but I I thought Jalen Hurts from the Eagles was going to be that next big guy. I think Jackson has it. I think he's definitely going to put up the numbers at the end of this season and get an MVP. That's my thought.
yeah, but I still think I'd take Mahomes though because when it comes in crunch time, you know he'll make the throw. Jackson may put up the numbers to get the MVP, but he has yet to show in the postseason that he can get it done. You know, I know he knows it, but it just still hasn't happened. So I do agree with you that Jackson can. He's got an arm. He can sling the ball. He can run for 1,000 yards throughout the season easily. With Derrick Henry too, it makes it more lethal. But
Mhm.
I still just have that question mark of when it comes to the playoffs, uh, will he appear or not?
True. He does have that monkey on his back that he just needs. But I think if he breaks that glass ceiling, I I think he'll be gone.
Right. I think he has the potential. I think he just needs to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
So
I hear you on that.
so
One more thing about that game, unless you have anything else to say. The Patrick Mahomes throw, and then he caught it, the almost
oh,
interception.
that was
Um,
big actually.
that if he wouldn't have caught that ball, that was towards the end of the game, and that
Right.
was most likely going to be picked off. Uh,
Oh yeah, two
so
Ravens right there. Yeah.
yeah, and so I guess kudos to Patrick Mahomes,
Yeah.
even though his voice drives me insane,
Kermit the
like
Frog.
Kermit the Frog. So, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
actually do have some. How did you feel about the? I didn't watch much of the preseason, um, and so I didn't like. I don't pay much attention to the preseason. So like, my football season starts when the first game happens, like it did.
mhm.
Um, how'd you feel about the new rules, such as the kickoff?
Yeah. Uh, well, to start off with, no one watches preseason. I
Some
as
do.
a football um, fan, I don't think I've ever sat down and watched a preseason game uh, start to finish ever. Like maybe I've watched a quarter,
Yeah,
but I don't think I've ever sat down in my 33 years of my life. I've never sat down and watched a preseason game. Like so,
I can't even
but
say I've watched a quarter. So
I've watched a quarter. I can say that.
yeah,
So
I don't think I have.
maybe you should give it a quarter. Just give it one time. The
Nah.
starters, particularly like first quarter. Otherwise, the rest is just muff
But with
garbage.
three
But
preseason games now, they hardly play. Whatever.
I know. I think they should just do one, to be honest with you. But get back to what you're saying. Um, so I actually do. We've only seen two games, and technically, oh my god, there's a fly on my face. I don't live in a shithole, I swear. uh, I would like to see the rest of the first week to like really make an actual accurate, but I like it in the fact that they're actually can kick the ball and you actually have a shot at running it back. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because the last few years of basically not being able to run it back because they kick it out of the end zone or they put it in the end zone right away has it been basically been a waste of time. Like, just put them at the 20 then if you're not even going to do that.
Right.
But
Well, the Chiefs and Ravens game, like 2 out of the 11 were able to be returned. So they're still just
yeah,
kicking out the back of the end zone. So
yeah, they're most likely going to do that.
yeah.
Maybe, who knows? I guess going on. I don't like the fact that you can't just kick a onside kick whenever you want.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true. Yep.
because
I didn't think about
yeah,
that.
but I get why now they can't just do an onside kick because they have this set up. So you literally have to tell your opponent, "Hey, I'm
Right.
doing an onside kick." Otherwise, it would make no sense. So I don't know. I would like a bigger sample size before I'm like hate this or love this, but I'm definitely more to the liking of this because there's at least a chance that you can return it. Obviously, the teams are going to figure it out, and if they have a really good kick returner guy, they're just not going to kick it to him. They're going to kick it on the back of the end zone. Just there you go. You can start at the 30. You know, like we'll take that 10-yard loss
Right.
rather than you. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I,
I'm indifferent at the moment. So
yeah, I agree. I have some mixed feelings. I do like that if it's in that box, like 20 yards or 25 yards
yeah,
to the end zone, you
mhm,
have to return it. Like you can't fair catch it. Like I like that.
yeah,
We'll see what happens at the end of the games because now you can't just fair catch it. You have to return it. And so people might squib kick it or kick it shorter to make them return it.
true.
But
Yeah,
I think it gives an advantage to the kickoff team or a kick return team because the guy who's catching the ball gets a 25-yard head start to start running and
hmm
get up to full speed. And so if you break through one tackle, who's there to catch you anymore? Like, because
yeah,
the the kickoff team can't funnel in anymore. They're just all spread out like one big line, and
yeah.
then you just kind of run into another guy. So you're starting off a little bit slower. So I think you may see more kickoff returns for touchdowns this year than in previous years. But
I seriously hope that because
make it
I miss returns. So
yeah, yeah,
um, but yeah, overall that game was interesting. There was talk, but I don't know. It's the first week. What
yeah.
happened last year? Kansas City lost against Detroit, and then they went on to win the Super Bowl. So who knows?
Right.
Who
Yeah.
knows? So I guess to lead into the other game that just literally happened as we were finished or started filming this, it finished. The Eagles and Packers. Eagles winning
Yeah.
it 34-29, and then Jordan Love getting hurt at the very end.
Yeah.
I don't know how severe that is or what, but not not a good start for Jordan Love. Um, but I didn't see the whole game, so I can't really comment truly on how well the gameplay was for either teams, to be honest. So I don't know if you have anything on there, but I have to watch some highlights because I missed the game, unfortunately.
Yeah. There's some good flashes by both teams. First week, both quarterbacks threw some interceptions. Packers had a missed field goal. But just stuff to work on, stuff to
Yeah.
kinks to work out and build on from there. So Eagles, got the better start because they're 1-0, but it's one game early on. So I think as long as Jordan Love isn't hurt and out for multiple games, I think the Packers will be just fine. So same with the Eagles.
Yeah, it's definitely early, so I guess knock on wood. There we go. I'm pretty sure that's wood. Um, it's not an Aaron Rodgers injury, so there's a lot of time, you know, that he'll be able to get back on his feet and, you know, do some work because I feel like Love and CJ Stroud, they have a lot to prove this year, and can definitely become big superstars in the NFL, you know.
Right.
But it was also college football that started last week. So that's exciting. I'm not a huge person that watches a lot of college football, but I get the hype behind it. There's a lot more excitement, it feels like, than there is in the NFL, to be honest with you. And this fly keeps flying around me. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. But I don't really have any dog in the fight for college football, but I'm not afraid to turn it on and watch it.
Yeah, I was strictly like an NFL uh person, and then over the past couple of years I've really gotten into the college football scene, and I don't have a particular team. I just like watching the good games. So I watched a lot of
Uh,
games last week. I watched a lot of games this week. A lot of the
You're
top
not
ranked teams I like to watch. So
you're not a
yeah,
Jayhawks guy.
nah, I'll watch them, but I don't.
I've
I
been
didn't
to
jump the. I didn't jump the
I've been
bandwagon. So
uh, I've been to a game with you. You know,
yeah, I mean
I think we I think we won when I was
we
there.
did.
I think
We
I
did.
don't
I don't
really
remember who we
I don't
played, but we did win. So,
I barely remember the game. So, but it was good.
but
Um,
yeah, again, it was a lot of like, if I don't know what games you watched last week, but a lot of first week jitters and
yeah,
teams trying to break the uh mold of preseason and all this other stuff. So,
yeah. It's. I feel like the first week of any NFL or college is kind of just a crapshoot. You don't actually
right,
know if the team is good or not. I think week two and week three will definitely set the actual trail for any team. Like, are you actually good? Are you not? Are you faking it? You could definitely ride the fake train for a couple uh, rounds, but yeah,
right.
you know.
Yeah,
So,
and college is moving to these like super conferences,
mhm.
which I'm not super in favor of, but if that does happen, I hope it starts getting rid of these like Ohio State, which is ranked number 2, played Akron last week. Like I hope it gets rid of those games. Like I hope
Yeah.
you just see like Georgia played Clemson, 1 versus
Mhm.
14. I hope you start seeing like all those uh
Yeah.
top
Bigger teams
teams
face bigger
playing each
teams.
other. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
No,
this year is the first year of the 12 team playoff.
mhm.
So, one loss doesn't mean you're out anymore. So you
Uh,
can still make the playoffs, um, this 12 team format now. So I feel like it's more incentive to play top teams.
yeah. Well, I guess the other couple things that are going on, NASCAR started their playoffs. They'll start this week, so they'll have 10 weeks left till their championship round, which is a fraud in my opinion, but we don't really have to get too much into that because I've made enough videos about that bull crap. And but MLB baseball is getting very close to their playoffs. They uh where are they? I think it's a month away, roughly.
Yeah.
I think in October or end of September. No, I think it's October when they start, but that's kind of ramping up. So I kind of leading into October. October is the only um, month that all the major sports play. So you got football, you got NASCAR, you got hockey, you got basketball and baseball. I hope I didn't miss one.
Okay.
but that's all.
Baseball,
So
basketball, hockey,
yeah,
football. Right.
every single
I didn't know that.
sport.
That's cool.
Yeah, October. So that's why people love October. It's not just the spooky season. It's sports. It's
Sports
sports
season.
season, pal. So, but yeah, so I guess leading off of that, there's no hockey yet, and there's no NBA. So, um, I guess do you have any other current events?
Yeah, I mean, give me a rundown of NASCAR though. I don't pay attention to that. And
Oh,
so who's gonna
you
win
want
or
you want to know? You want to know, buddy?
well, where are they racing at this week even?
Well, they're racing at Hot Atlanta.
Okay.
It is definitely a super speedway style. Definitely a luck kind of race. You got some people that are normally kind of good at it, like Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin. But with this newer car, they haven't been as dominant. Joey Logano and Brad Keselowski have, but it's definitely a crapshoot. In the spring, they ran this race, and Daniel Suarez won. He won on that three wide finish. I don't
Yeah.
know if you remember seeing that. So
Yeah.
uh, I highly doubt we see that again, but I guess I'll eat my words if we do. Um, it will be a wreck fest at some point. Someone's gonna mess up and then gonna wreck half the field. So
Okay.
I don't know, man. It's I'm a purist and I miss the old Atlanta where you could run multiple lanes. You weren't pack racing. I get the idea that some people can't pay attention to NASCAR, but can't pay attention. There's the door, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gimmicks don't help the sport. So,
Right.
but
Okay.
yeah, we can get into the meat and potatoes of this show and what the show is mainly about.
Let's do it.
So, obviously, everyone that's watching, this is the first episode. This show is going to basically be about me, the host, going up against the guest right now, who is Kyle. But we will have multiple different guests. Kyle might come back on multiple times. We'll see.
I'll be back.
But
Don't worry.
yeah, when I kick his ass, he's gonna want to be back. He's like, I can't lose.
Bring it on.
But so the meat and potatoes of this show is the Mustard Cat Sports Challenge. And what that is we are going to run down a bunch of games that are happening this weekend. And Kyle and I are going to go back and forth and say, whatever the scenario is, who we think's going to win, if we think the scenario is going to happen, not happen, and all that. I'm going to record it all on a piece of paper here. And then by the end of the last game, which actually is Monday night, the Jets and San Francisco. Once that game officially ends, whatever the score is, whoever has the highest amount of points, and you get 1 point for each scenario. So you either don't get a point or you get a point. There's no half points, there's no negative points, there's nothing. So there's going to be 30 total points that you could potentially get in this round. If Kyle wins, then whatever the highest comment on this video, whatever the highest liked comment is, I have to do. And I have to film it. And post it, obviously. But it has to be legal. Can't be something illegal like go rob a store or something like that. But whatever you guys choose, I have to go film it and post it. If for some reason Kyle and I tie or there's no comments on the video, then I'm just going to have to shotgun a beer and it has to be done under 10 seconds. If I don't, then I have to do it again until I complete that. I probably won't post that on a post, but it will probably be on a story. So if I win, though, Kyle gets the unfair and the burden of getting his ass kicked by me. So, because I'm gonna post it everywhere, I might tag him in it. Be like, hey, Kyle got his ass kicked by me. You don't want to get your ass kicked by me. If you lose in any sort of sports guessing game, and this isn't a guess because I know my sports. Don't lose. Yeah, don't lose, Kyle. Don't lose. So that is the name of the game. We're just going to go down the list, pick and choose, and then at the end of the weekend, technically Monday, we will tally it up, and right then and there, that's when the poll stops also. So make sure you
That's when
comment
Kyle
and
wins,
comment some. Oh, yeah, Kyle wins. Yeah. So make sure you comment, put some good stuff down there. Make some good challenges, okay? I'm not afraid to go out and talk to people. I'm not afraid to do any of that. I think it's fun. It's exciting. So make it good. Otherwise, I guess I'm gonna chug beer. I'm also not afraid of either. But Kyle knows that I'm not good at chugging beer.
10
Oh my
seconds.
god.
10 seconds might be difficult for you. So
He's not wrong. All right. Let's get started. We are going to start. Don't mind me, as I'm marking it. I'm red. Kyle's black. So get out of your flight. Oh my god. All right. We're going to start on Saturday, and we're going to start with baseball. I picked 4 games in particular. Nothing really out of the ordinary. Basically, they're both mostly Midwest teams, kind of, not really exactly, but they just 4 games that I picked randomly. Kyle, who do you think's going to win this? Tampa Bay Rays or the Baltimore Orioles?
you know, I don't watch a ton of baseball, but I saw that the Orioles are #1 right now in the AL. So I'm
Hmm?
gonna have to take the home team. I'm gonna have to take the Orioles. So
Wow, you would. Uh, well, you know what, Kyle? You're going to eat your words because Tampa Bay is pulling this out of their ass.
you don't even know where the Tampa Bay Rays are.
Florida. I know where Tampa Bay Buccaneers are. So thanks. I had geography in 4th grade with
You
Mr.
had
Bailey.
geometry?
No, geography
What's
with
geography?
Mr. Bailey, and we did sports pigskin. So I know where all the
Ah,
sports teams are, pal.
good for you.
So
I'm still trying to
thanks.
learn. So
Yeah, maybe you can. Yeah, whatever, man. All right, we'll move on to the next one. The next one is the Colorado Rockies versus Milwaukee Brewers. And you know what, Kyle? I'm going to go first. And it's
go
going to
ahead.
be Milwaukee. Because you know why? Wisconsin always wins. Always wins.
Although I disagree that they always win, I also had the Milwaukee Brewers. So
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool.
yeah,
Thanks for copycatting.
you're welcome.
Um, hey, not a problem, man. Our next one, Minnesota Twins at Kansas City Royals. I got no dog in this fight. And I'm definitely not a Minnesota fan, even though I'm born in Minnesota. God, if this fly keeps touching me. Um, Going with Royals. Oh,
Okay, well, I had this, they both are doing pretty well this year. I would say the Royals are exceeding what they were supposed to be doing. I had to take the Royals.
You would. Just, just keep copying me. Why don't you just take this one because then you can't copy me?
So you can copy me then.
Yeah, I'm really unsure about this one. New York Yankees versus Chicago Cubs. I already know who I'm going to, and it's definitely not for this team. So.
Oh, I was taking the Yankees all the way.
Oh, you're taking the Yankees? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
let's both take the same team. Yeah.
Would you get a
Well,
mind of your own, please?
for Pete's sake. Well, that's it for baseball, boys and girls. We might do some more baseball once we get in the playoffs more, but that's it for baseball. That's all on Saturday. Also on Saturday is college football. So I picked 4 games from there. Most of them are Midwestern style, just because that's where Kyle and I live. That's where Kyle and I are from. So we're gonna do some Midwest. Kyle, this is right in your wheelhouse because you are in the Jayhawks area. Kansas City Jayhawks versus the Illinois Fighting. I don't even know how to say that word.
Illini?
Thank you.
Fighting Illini.
And just to let you guys all know, the Jayhawks are ranked 19th right now, and Illinois is not ranked. If you
Yeah.
guys want to play it long and pick your teams down the bottom of the comments, you can go for it. You're not going to get anything, but maybe you'll get a cookie or something. Maybe a
Oh,
like. Yeah. But it'd probably be like a oatmeal raisin one. Those ones are gross.
you would like those. Uh,
No, I don't like those. That's what I'm giving away. I'm not going to give you the good cookies.
well, I don't know anything about the Fighting Illini, so I'm taking my Jayhawks. So
Typical. Typical, typical.
you're telling
Well,
me you're taking a team you can't even pronounce?
yeah. I'm wearing their jersey, man. Well, not specifically their jersey, but they gotta go opposite on a few of these because I didn't really know. That was a crapshoot for me. So I waited. I threw you the ball to see where you were gonna throw it, so then I knew how far I had to throw it. If that makes any sense.
A little bit, yeah.
Great. Well, let's move on to the next one. The only reason why I picked this next team or game, even though it's not at Boise State, but it's Boise State Broncos versus um, Oregon Ducks. Actually, thinking, yeah, isn't that the
The Boise State is the blue field, yeah.
blue field? Yeah, yeah. But they're not even at their blue field, which I love. I love that fucking field, especially with
I
their
love
blue
the blue
jerseys.
field.
Oh,
If it'd probably be kind of stupid, but if you could morph like the blue field with the Oregon Ducks amount of jerseys and
ooh,
because Nike's there, uh,
yeah, yeah.
that would be that'd be something.
That would be. But
But
even though they're not at home, I'm going with my boys, which is State.
uh
So why don't you
you know,
copy me and just go with the same thing?
Oregon didn't look very good last week, but
It's the first week of the season, pal.
that's why I'm taking Oregon.
Oh, just because they're ranked 7? Hey, I can read.
They're at home. They're at home. They should be the better team.
Yeah, sure, man.
So
All right. Well, this next one, I picked it just because, Texas Longhorns ranked 3 versus the Michigan Wolverines ranked 10. I feel like this is going to be a good game. And
I think so.
um, I don't, again, have any dogs in the fight in this thing, but I don't know. I got to go with Texas. And not because they're
Uh,
third, but new coach, new life, just, so going with Texas.
I had to go with Michigan. I think although they have
Of
a new
course.
coach, a new QB, uh, I think this is their time to really show that they're still up there. And honestly, it's a chance for Texas to be like, we're a top team too. So we'll see what happens.
All right, man. Well, you can live in fantasy world all you want. Let's go with the final college football game. And this is kind of, I feel like one of those scenarios that you were talking about earlier, where, there's a crappy team versus a good team. But it's an in-state fight. And
Yeah.
sometimes an in-state fight brings out the best fights ever. So we got the Iowa State Cyclones, which I feel like it should be Tornado, even though I think that's basically the same thing. I just feel like Tornado would be a better name than Cyclone. Versus the Iowa Hawkeyes. I'm not going to steer away from the Hawkeyes, though, so I'm just going to go and say Hawkeyes. So, bingo.
I agreed with you on that one. I think
Choo
they're
choo! Follow the train!
we disagree on three of them. You're gonna call me out on the one? Yeah.
Yeah, I am. So, there you guys go. That is not the whole thing, but that's it for Saturday. Now we're on to Sunday. Normally, we're not going to do the whole Sunday football games, but it's the first week. We have to. This could turn out to be the biggest, excuse my language, shit show ever. It could.
Yeah.
You never know. So, Kyle, take a drink, sit back. We're starting with the noon games. All right. First noon game. Carolina Panthers at New Orleans Saints. Who you going with?
You know, I think this is Bryce Young's time. I think he's gonna pull out the win. I think I'm gonna go with the Panthers.
It's almost criminal, man. The Carolina Panthers will be lucky to win a game. But you're right. They're going to win. This is going to be their only win.
This is gonna be their one.
I'm never going to pick them the rest of the season. Not a fucking chance. Whew. Got that out of the way. Going on to the next one. This one is going to be a very interesting one.
Yeah.
We have the Minnesota Vikings versus New York Giants. And the reason why it's interesting is Minnesota lost their quarterback. And now they're playing, hey, who's next? And excuse my language again, it's a shit show up in Minnesota. And not that it's any better.
They lost both their quarterbacks.
Oh, did they? I didn't even see that.
Well, they lost Cousins, and then they lost they drafted.
Yeah, true.
So,
I didn't know you were incorporating Cousins.
Yeah,
that was
my bad.
Early, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine. But the Giants aren't any better. They have a better quarterback situation, maybe, but I don't like. They're in New York. I want to say New York, but Minnesota usually starts off with a little fire and then just peters out. Gets the fans excited, gets them going, and then that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. It's New York Giants all the way. They're going to kick some ass.
The Giants had, I think, a pretty good record last year at home. Daniel Jones is from Duke, which is my school, my favorite school. So I had to go with the Giants as well here. So I agree. The quarterback situation and for the Vikings, I have no idea what's going on. So we'll see.
We will. We will see, indeed. Moving on to the next one, I think this is a really easy one. New England Patriots versus Cincinnati Bengals. If the Bengals don't win this thing, it's criminal. It's literally criminal. They belong in federal prison.
I agree. I picked him as well, but I think it'll be kind of interesting. We'll see what Drake Mays can do, But I don't think he's starting actually. I think Jacoby Brissett is starting. So,
well, either way, the Bengals.
Yeah,
I guess we'll see what we're getting from the Bengals. They have been an amazing. They look good on paper usually. If this fly keeps landing on me, I swear I'm gonna swear.
Get a fly swatter.
Yeah, well, it's upstairs. I'm not going to go do that. But the Bengals should win. If they don't win, it's criminal. They belong at the other person. I will say that multiple times over and over.
Right.
Yeah, you know it. Moving on. Pittsburgh at Atlanta. Who are you taking?
This one's interesting, but I think I'm taking the Steelers. I think Russell Wilson's gonna have a bounce back year under his third new head coach and the Steelers
I
defense. So I think he's
I
gonna have a bounce back year.
I totally forgot about that, and I actually went down this list. I didn't pick them. I picked
Uh,
Atlanta, but I totally forgot that Russell Wilson went to the Pittsburgh
well,
Steelers.
I forgot that Cousins went to the Falcons for when I picked the
Yeah,
Steelers. I was like, oh, that's a
I
no-brainer.
well,
And
I
then
I I
I forgot.
remember that Cousins went there, and that's why I just jumped on that train right away. And the Steelers have been irrelevant since Big Ben has left, and I just haven't really looked their way ever since then.
Right.
And I knew that what's his nuts left Denver,
Yeah.
and I just totally blanked. But do you think he's just gonna start, instead of saying Broncos country, he's just gonna say like steel curtain, steel curtain?
I don't I have no idea.
He's a cringe quarterback, man. Guy's
I
cringe.
hope he does
Biggest.
that.
I hope he does too. I
He
enjoy his
is. I
cringe, but
really liked him in Seattle. I really liked him in Seattle.
I liked him in Seattle. He wasn't cringe there except for his warm ups when he's running around like a psychopath.
Yeah.
Like you
But
can go look that up on YouTube. It's ridiculous.
but I think this has the potential to be one of the best games of the first week. So
You're gonna double down on that. You're gonna think this is the best game of the week.
no, one of the best games.
Oh, one. Okay.
Because
I was.
the Falcons were like a quarterback away last year from being good.
True.
So same with the Steelers. Like I think they both have really good defenses, both got really good weapons.
Yeah.
Uh, and now they got theoretically both franchise quarterbacks. And so I think it could be a pretty good game. So
All right, Dad. We're gonna move on. Um, Houston Texans at Indianapolis.
yeah.
If the Houston Texans don't win this, I'm I'm jumping off the hype.
Yeah,
CJ
their
Stroud.
offense should be crazy. So
If they don't win this, I'm out. I'm like CJ Stroud. Who?
you're gonna
They
drop
better
them that
win.
quick. Okay.
I'm dropping him. He is game match over.
I
Like
picked them
they
as
have. Of
well. I
course, just jump on the train.
I didn't know who the starting quarterback for the Colts are. I don't know if they're starting Flacco or if they're starting Anthony Richardson.
Is
And
that really
so
going to change? Is that really going to change if
uh
Houston's going to blow the water out of them? Or
yes, because
yeah,
Anthony Richardson's like Lamar Jackson, where Flacco's a 40-year-old man. So I think it does change. I think it does change it.
all right, man. Sure. Moving on. We got the Arizona Cardinals, who have just been the bottom of the barrel forever. I
Yeah.
don't think they've ever been really good. Versus the Buffalo Bills, and if the Buffalo Bills don't win this again right away, just like the Houston Texans, I'm writing them off. If they can't beat the Arizona Cardinals at home, yeah, they
Ah,
might have a winning record, but they're going nowhere. So basically, enjoy your winning record for the season, and then just kiss away the playoffs.
I chose the Cardinals, actually.
Wow, you did.
I
Wow.
think I think the Cardinals are going to be better
Did you
this year. I think they have
question?
everybody healthy. Yeah,
Question.
yeah.
Did you pick the only reason why you picked the Arizona Cardinals is because of the wide receiver? Marvin,
Yeah, I think he created some
his son.
drama.
You
Wait, what? Oh no,
uh
I kind of forgot about him. I thought you meant Stephon Diggs leaving.
oh, actually I did forget about that, but no. Uh,
Yeah, I
I forgot about the rookie wide receiver.
nah, I did. I forgot about him, but I think they have everybody healthy. And I think the Bills, they've been in this
Yeah.
weird like they're good, they're not good, like limbo.
Mhm.
And I think this is going to be the year where they are not good. And so,
Well, hey, uh, if they don't, I'm on board with you, but I'm not picking them. Well, I am picking them. I'm not picking Arizona.
right,
But if
right,
if the Bills don't win this game, good luck to Bills fans.
yeah,
Good luck.
we'll see. The
So,
Bill Mafia might be mad at me. So,
what are they gonna do? Bring a table to your house and jump on it, or jump on your kitchen
hey,
table? Oh no! Oh
they're crazy.
no! Oh
They're very
no!
supportive, but they're crazy.
Whatever, man. Um, I don't even know what to think about this next game. Tennessee Titans versus Chicago Bears. Gosh, I don't know, man. I
I'm gonna make
literally
you
don't
pick
know.
first now. Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
gonna make
make
me
you
pick
pick first.
first?
I know
I
who
wish
I'm
I had a
taking.
I wish I had a coin around here. Well, I'm gonna do it this way. Tennessee is in the middle of the United States, basically, in a way. Chicago is in the
Uh,
mid. Okay, don't question it. Chicago's in the middle, Midwest. Tennessee's kind of in the middle.
what?
There's two mountains that kind of converge into almost a V, but they don't. So the Rocky Mountains run like this, and the Appalachians run like this. So they almost run kind of parallel, to be honest with you. So they don't really V at all. And
I'm
we
just
all
gonna let you
know
talk.
we we all know what letter's closer to V? Tennessee Titans. T. So they're gonna win. So there we go.
But there is no V.
Yeah, but T
You
is
just
closer
made
to
up the
V.
V.
No,
But you just made up the V.
yeah, I know, but I was talking about a V, but there really wasn't. It was parallel. But even if you take P, P's closer to T than C or B. So the Bears have no chance. Do you know that organization? They haven't been good since 1985. Yeah, you could say they won or they went to the Super Bowl with Rex Grossman, but that was because they had a defense. They always have a defense because they don't have an offense. Your
Uh,
defense. I'm waiting.
oh, my bad. I'm gonna take the Bears.
Okay, you would. No, this is gonna go. This is gonna be a nail biter. I'm gonna be sitting on the couch, being like, ah, want to be like back four,
I
back four.
I don't even know who's starting for the Tennessee Titans. Like, is Will Levis starting? Like,
Does it matter? The Bears are just gonna throw it away.
but it does because the Titans really haven't all been that good the past couple of years. And now they don't have Derrick Henry. Like, they don't have a running back that can save them. So,
They don't need anyone to save them. They're just gonna collectively come together as a team and just
and
win.
hope the Bears just piss it away.
Well, yeah, that's all you gotta do. Just stay in the game and let the Bears do what they do best.
No.
Piss it
Okay.
away.
All right. We'll see what happens.
Especially at home with the home fans getting all
I'm gonna
rowdy.
laugh. I'm gonna laugh when Caleb Williams throws for 303 TDs.
And like and still loses. Yeah, I will laugh too. If this fly comes on anymore, there's a door open. Go out. God.
I was watching it like fly on you, like it was like walking on you. Uh,
Yeah. Thanks for telling me there's a fly on me. Let's go on
we
to
were
the last
talking.
noon. Yeah. Thanks for not interrupting, I guess. Last game of the noon games. It's a battle of the Florida Jacksonville Jaguars versus Miami Dolphins. I'm taking Miami because I like Dolphins.
I took
Nothing
Miami
but
as well.
Do you have a
Don't shake
reason
your head.
why?
Oh,
Or
yeah, they typically do really well in the regular season. They put up a lot of points and you know, they win in the regular season. So,
okay. All right. Well, I believe you. Oh my God, that fly hit my nose. Dude, come on. All right. Now we're going into the afternoon games. There's 4 games on the afternoon. I always enjoy the afternoon games, to be honest with you. It just feels, I don't know. I don't know what the word is, but I just like it.
there's not like 10 million games going on.
Maybe
It's a
that's why.
nice it's a nice time in the day too, you know? Like
Yeah.
it's not like super late getting ready for bed to go up to work the next
Yeah.
day, but you're like, yeah, this is nice. So,
Do you ever get Sunday scaries?
no, I don't know if I know what those are.
You know what Sunday scaries are? Sunday scaries are when you're scared because Sunday's just about over and you got to start your work week on Monday.
Oh yeah, I get those all the time. I get more Sunday stress.
Sunday stress. Well, that's Sunday scaries.
Okay, then yeah, then I've definitely experienced that before.
Perfect. Okay. So Denver at Seattle. Do you want to start this one?
Yeah, I can take this one.
All right.
I'm taking the Seahawks. The Broncos are starting Bo Nix, from my understanding. And although I do like Bo Nix, I think I hope he has a great career in Seattle, Geno Smith. So,
I do tend to agree with you on that. Um, I think this is going to be a really, really close game, to be honest with you. I think it's literally going to come down to 3 points. We don't have to bet
okay.
on any of that. So, but I think it's going to come down to 3 points. And I do think the Seattle Seahawks are going to win because I think Geno Smith is going to play a better game overall, but their kicker is going to probably kick like a 50-yarder. Not a game winner, but a 50-yarder
Just to
like
put him.
before the first half. I'm just throwing it out there just for fun.
No, I like
So,
that. It's
yeah.
two teams that aren't really necessarily like explosive like the
No,
Dolphins are, but uh they have the
uh,
ability to put up some
there,
points and we'll see.
there's something else explosive in the Miami Dolphins wide receiver core. That just go right over your head.
Yeah.
His pull-up game is bad. He's
Oh,
got
okay.
a.
Yeah.
Don't have
Now
to
I
say
got it.
anything more.
I connected it now.
Yeah, perfect. All right. Now we're moving on to Las Vegas Raiders versus the LA Chargers, and
Yeah.
so I really think the Chargers are they're going to be a better team overall this year. We're going to see splurts of greatness. Like holy shit, this team is actually really good,
Okay.
but they're not going to be in the talk per se
Okay.
of like playoffs and all that. They might maybe in the beginning, but they're not. But
So
they're
you
going to
don't
have a
think they're gonna make the playoffs?
no, not a chance. Just because they don't have all the pieces quite yet, but they're going to acquire them over the next 2, maybe 3 years, and then they're going to be a dynamite team.
Okay.
Herbie is going to prove his worth. That guy's been carrying the team, and no one's been even
Yeah, I like
remotely
it.
on the ground. They've been on his back, and his back is basically shattered. So,
I
but they're
like
going to
that.
win this
Yep.
game. They're going to win this game. So, uh, and I think they're going to win it in a very exciting and big fashion, and that's where that explosiveness, where people are going to be like, "Wow, this team could be something," but then they'll probably shit out later on. They'll have these up and down moments, but they're going to shine. They're going to shine on Sunday afternoon.
Okay. I also chose the Chargers, Harbaugh's debut. Um, yeah, I can see where you're coming from. The Chargers get unlucky and they seem to always get some big injuries and
Mhm.
crap out at the end of the season. So, but I hope they do well. I'm a big Justin Herbert fan. Um, Dude can sling the ball, so we'll see.
You
See what
can.
happens. So
You can. Now, the Trash Bowl. Dallas Cowboys, Cleveland Browns. Browns all the way.
I chose the Browns actually too. Why did you choose the Browns?
Because I don't believe in the Cowboys.
Okay.
Ever.
Not even in the regular season though.
Well, yeah, but not the first game. They got to
I
get
think
the.
the
Are you trying to make me change my thing? Fine, I'll change my thing. I'll go with the Dallas
no, I'm not
Cowboys.
saying that.
Nope, I'm changing it. I
No, no.
changed it. Look at that. Nope,
All
change
right,
it. I'm taking the Dallas Cowboys.
all right, fine.
And when they win, and I win by 1 point, you can ask yourself, why did I question? Why did I question that? I should have just let them ride it.
I went
So
back and forth with this game too. I think the AFC North with the Browns, Ravens, Steelers, and Bengals might be the toughest division this year. I think you got a lot of potentially really good teams. Um, I think all of
okay.
them have a chance to be really good, but someone's got to lose, you know? So,
Yeah, very true. Uh, the final game in the 3 o'clock is the Commanders, Washington Commanders, versus the Buccaneers. And Buccaneers are at home, so why don't you go first?
they're at home. I chose the Commanders though. They're
Oh,
starting
perfect, because I love the Buccaneers.
they're starting Jalen Daniels from my understanding. I think he's gonna have a RG3 rookie season. Uh, at LSU, he was a baller, and I think it'll translate. So
You know this is the NFL now.
it is, but I think he'll be a little bit of a Lamar Jackson with a better arm, more accurate arm, I'll say.
That's debatable, but they're gonna just eat a cow pie, and the Buccaneers are gonna destroy them. This is one that isn't even be close. Not even close.
Okay.
There's a question that we're gonna answer here soon, and I already know what's gonna happen in this one. So,
Okay.
but that's it for the 3 o'clock games. We got two more games to go: Sunday night and Monday night, and then we had a couple straggler stuff after. So
Yeah.
Sunday night is the LA Rams versus Detroit. Who are you picking?
I picked the Lions. I think this is going to be a good game, and it really came down to the Lions being at home and coming off a tough loss last season and them being motivated. So
So you don't think that Matthew Stafford is going to pull a fast one on Detroit?
no, no.
Hmm.
I
Well,
think you'll have a good game. I think this will be a good game overall, but I think the Lions will come out victorious.
I think the LA Rams are going to win. And you know
Yeah,
why?
this is
Because Matthew
this is tough.
Stafford wants to win in that stadium again after getting just demolished last year.
Yeah, yeah.
So, leading into that question then, does Matthew Stafford get embarrassed in Detroit? And embarrassed, I mean, does he get beat by 21 or more points?
No,
You think no?
I don't think it's a blowout. I don't think they win by 3 touchdowns.
I also think no because the LA Rams win.
Yeah, that'd be kind of
We
a
don't, we don't know that. Um, so going into Monday night, the last game
big game.
of the NFL season, first week, not the whole season. Shoot.
Gotta be
Um,
quicker than that.
Thanks. New York Jets versus the 49ers. Hey, laugh it up, pal. In the 49ers stadium. I don't even need to say anymore. Aaron Rodgers is going to put a clinic. He's going to put a clinic down. And the 49ers are going to be like, what the hell happened? This guy's from Green Bay. We usually wipe the floor with him, unless it's regular season, because he owns that team in the regular season. Aaron Rodgers and the Jets are winning, pal.
I would have to agree. I think Aaron Rodgers coming back. I think he's got a little extra
Chip,
oomph in him. So
chip on his shoulder.
yeah, I think he's ready to go.
All right.
And the
Well,
Jets,
then
I think the Jets would be a really good team. Like they have the defense, they have the weapons. You
it's going
just
to be
can't
about that
have
off.
Zach Wilson as your quarterback.
It's going to be about that offensive line. Did they fix the issues? If
Right.
they even halfway fix those issues, they'll be a lot better.
Right.
But same game, does Aaron Rodgers have 4 or more touchdowns in that game?
I said three. I I
So
think
you
he
think so
I
that's
think
a
he'll put
no
on a
then.
show. Yeah, I think three. I think it's Bryce Hall. I like their running back, and I think he'll have a impact on the game. So I think he'll put
I,
up three and like 350, but I think they'll run for some. So
I think there's going to be 4, and there's going to be 3 touchdowns thrown, and Rodgers is going to
uh,
run one in
I didn't think
with
that.
the with
I was only
with
thinking
the
throwing.
he's going to run one in. And maybe for old time's sake, he'll throw on the old belt. Maybe.
Mm.
We'll see. But that concludes all the games. We do have a couple more questions on the NFL. And then we have 2 questions on NASCAR on Sunday. And then we're done. So, kind of a lot of questions, but I don't think in the future we'll have as many. We'll find out. But a lot because it's football opening weekend. You got to have a lot of football questions because there's just a lot of nonsense going on in the first week. So, all these questions that we are going to be answering for football all include Sunday games and Monday games. So, nothing that happened Friday or Thursday. Those are
Right.
kicked out. So, do you think will there be a defense that has 2 or more pick sixes? So, a pick and running to the house. 2 or more. That doesn't mean 2 or more on one team. That means just that could be 2 different teams. Like
Okay.
it could be one team over here and then another team across the United States that has one. So that would equal 2. So it doesn't
Oh,
mean the
okay.
same game. Doesn't mean the same
Yeah.
game, pal.
I'm gonna have
But
you answer this right now because I
oh,
gotta think. I was
okay.
thinking one game, but you're
No,
saying
not
across.
not
I
one
was
game.
thinking one game.
These are across the whole thing. So
Okay.
I'm gonna say no.
Um,
I'm
my
gonna say no. I think there's gonna be one, and that's it. Kind of a lame. There might be some fumbles that are run back, but I think there's only gonna be one pick six of the whole first week. One pick six.
my initial reaction was no. Um, I
Mm-hmm.
think I'm gonna stick with it as well. Like they're not super common, and so to
Okay.
have two, it's possible, but I'm gonna play
No,
the
it is.
odds. So,
All right.
so
Fine. So question number 2: do we get any ties in the first week?
I said
I'm
no.
gonna let you're gonna say no.
Sorry. Yeah, but I'm gonna say no. I don't think we get any
I
ties.
I am also gonna say no because
Yeah.
they're too rough right now to even remotely think they are. And I was going to go opposite of you, but I think that's just a stupid decision. Stupid decision. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
do that. Question 3: does any team get blown out, skunked, 0 points, nothing, nada? Zero. Oh,
So this is
through the
two
whole thing.
questions. Are we talking about getting blown out, or is it
Blown out is
because
zero, pal. No
because someone
points.
because someone could get 7 points, but someone else could have 49 and they lose 49-7, and that's a blowout, you know?
Uh,
So
Agreed. But we're talking 0 points. Blown out, 0 points. Nothing on the board. Not even 3 points. Not even 2 points. Nothing. Goose egg. Is there any team out there that gets 0 points for their first round?
I think the one potential team that would do that is the Panthers, but I don't think so. Not in week one.
Didn't you pick the Panthers?
I did, but it's also a possibility that they don't score at all. Like, uh, but I'm gonna say no. It's
You're
the
you're
NFL is
saying,
now geared toward points, and so I don't think so.
well, you're wrong. There's going to be one team that gets 0 points, and it's the Commanders. No points for them. So there will be
I
one
can't
team,
I
maybe
can't wait
more,
until
but
they put
there's
up
going to be one.
50.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they put up 50. If they put up 50 points, it's just, I don't know. Go eat some hay, grass.
God.
The final question: will there be one or more teams that win in the final 10 seconds? So that means win as in take a field goal, get a touchdown, safety, whatever. They score in the last 10 or less seconds. Will there be
I'm
any
gonna
team?
I'm gonna see how you're feeling on this one.
Oh, you're gonna make me go.
Yeah, I have my answer, but I want to see how you're
So
feeling.
this is how I'm feeling. I think yes. I think you're stupid if you don't say yes. But at the same time, I want to risk it. So I'm gonna say no because I feel like I have enough good points on the board that this is like a throwaway one for me. And I don't think there's gonna be. I'm gonna say no. Risking it for the biscuit.
Well, I said yes. I said someone's gonna win it.
I thought that too, but
So
you know what? I'm just living on the edge.
you got to go with your gut feeling.
Yeah. My gut's
So,
telling me I'm hungry. Hungry.
ooh, should I order you a pizza?
Yeah, send it up this way.
Hello.
Why don't you send me one of those free coupons you used to get too?
Those used to be legit. What do you mean? We used to get
Uh,
free pizza all the
I
time.
know. I know. Why don't you send me one of those free coupons?
Oh, I
Um,
totally forgot about that. That is amazing.
yeah. Send me one of those free coupons. Um, our final two questions are NASCAR related questions. They're kind of crapshoot questions. Well, not kind of, they are crapshoot questions. Like you're kind of flipping a coin, pal. That's basically what you're doing. There's you could have all the numbers behind it, and it's a crapshoot because it's a restrictor plate, a hack racing. So at Atlanta, here we go. Does Daniel Suarez, the 99 car, finish higher, or does the 21 of Harrison Burton finish higher? I will defer to you. Do you want me to pick first, or do you want to pick first?
I'm gonna pick first, and then I'm gonna let you explain more why
Why? What I
your
picked?
pick may be better or give
Yeah.
more knowledge because I don't know
Yep.
NASCAR like that. I picked uh, Burton because he's the 21 car. That's
Okay.
my 21's my number because I don't know the difference between the two besides 99 and
Okay.
21. So yeah.
All right. Well, unfortunately, we picked the same driver, but
Ah,
I have a little sense behind it.
yeah.
But I don't know if the sense really matter. Daniel Suarez won this race earlier in the season in the springtime, the second race of the whole series. He won it mostly on luck.
Okay.
Um, he was there at the end, good positioning, and then made a good move and got up there. Won it. Is that going to happen again? Highly doubtful. Harrison Burton won 2 weeks ago at Daytona. Very similar track, bigger track though, more room. He won by just basically riding around the back. Everyone wrecked and then was in the right spot at the right time. Do I think Harrison Burton's going to win? Hell no. But I think he's going to ride around. Daniel Suarez is going to get caught up in some sort of wreck, and Harrison Burton is going to be ahead. So,
Nice.
there you go. The final question, though, will there be a new winner, or will it be a repeat winner of this year? If you would like me to
Okay.
go first, I can go first.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go first because I thought you meant repeat winner as the winner from last year.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, no, it of just this
and
year. So of this
and so that
year,
changed my
yeah.
answer a little bit. So
So of this year, off the top of my head, don't castrate me, anyone. Kyle Larson, Tyler Reddick, the 20 car, the 11 car, the 99 car. I don't know. There's a few of them. There's 15 of them, 14 of them
right.
that won. Um, I don't think there's going to be a new winner. I think there's going to be a lot of not new winners up there competing for the win, but I think there's going to be a normal winner. And I'm actually going to step up on a ledge here, and I don't get any extra points for this, but I'm just going to
Okay.
call it as it is. Kyle Larson, who's never won a drafting track in his entire life, is going to win. And then people can just fight their little mouths. So there will not be a new winner, and Kyle Larson's going to win this.
For
And,
you wanna know what's funny? For
uh,
unrelated reasons,
uh,
and because his name is Kyle, I literally put Kyle Larson win.
well, then that's not a repeater. No.
So
Hey, that's fine. You can follow me all you want because I got a couple sneaky peeks in there that I'm gonna pull some Houdini style stuff on you. I'm so excited for tomorrow and Sunday. Oh man. When when I win this and
you're not
I
gonna
just
win.
I blasted all over social media that I beat you. Like, wow,
So are you
it's
gonna
gonna be
blast it when you lose?
oh hell no.
Oh,
I'm
why
just
not?
I'm just I'm just gonna take my punishment. Hopefully no one comments in this thing and we're golden. Then I
I'm
just
gonna
have to
comment
chug a
it.
beer. Then I just have to chug a beer, you know.
What
Oh
happens
yeah.
if I comment? I'm gonna comment a bunch of them.
Well, it's gotta be the top comment. Like you can comment like 8,000 things, but it has to be the top comments.
Yeah. Well,
Huh?
if they're all no comments though, they're still the top commented thing.
It has to be a comment and it has to have a like underneath it. So if it doesn't have a like underneath it, it doesn't count.
Well, I'm gonna like my own stuff then.
Oh, that's collusion. So, but I'll take my
Rules.
punishment. I'll take my punishment either way. Um, that's about it for the meat and potatoes. Kyle, do you have any other statements for the weekend for any sports, any sort of like thoughts, any sort of like not to say like bets, but anything that you might want to say to the people like, hey, watch out for this, this could happen. You have anything like that? If you don't, that's totally fine. But this is your last time to ever talk.
Wow, that's a lot of pressure. But
I know. Really putting it down.
not, nah, I'm not a big better. I haven't got into that yet, and just tune in to college and NFL. It's the first week for NFL, so
I
get
know.
ready for get ready for a long season and get excited. You know, so
Yeah,
this
I
is
agree.
my favorite time there's like a gap between end of college basketball to start of football, and
Mhm.
I get excited around this time. So other people got to get excited as well.
I actually have one more question, and I just thought of it right now. Prediction for the Super Bowl. Who gets in the Super Bowl? You don't even have to say who wins, but who are the two teams that get in the Super Bowl? And I'll give you a second.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because I already have mine.
I wish this wasn't the case, but I think honestly, without seeing anybody play,
Mhm.
no, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna change it up. I think we have the 49ers go back. I think the 49ers go back.
Yeah.
But somehow, some way, the Jets take down the Chiefs and make it in.
Wow. Kyle, either you were thinking the same thing that I was thinking, because that was completely the same thing. And for everyone, there is nothing on here at all
Yeah,
that says anything about who your Super Bowl picks are. Uh, yeah, Kyle,
I
I agree. I think it's going to be the Jets and the Chiefs in the championship round. The Jets
yeah.
pull off a victory, and it's going to be in Arrowhead, so it's going to be in Kansas,
Wow. Okay.
and they're going to pull off the win, the Houdini win, get to the Super Bowl, and then I'm also going to predict that it's going to be Philadelphia and the 49ers. And yeah, the 49ers will get back
Okay.
to the Super Bowl. And so Monday Night Football is going to be
The
a
Super Bowl.
preview
Wow.
of the Super Bowl. And wow, like uh, I can't believe you said that, because that was not even like
I
I gave
wanted to.
Kyle I gave Kyle what we were going to be talking about, so he could have an idea of, you know, what. But that's not even on any of this stuff. I just
Yeah, no Super
wow,
Bowl talk. No.
yeah. There was no Super Bowl prediction. Wow, that's pretty
I
cool.
wanted to say the repeat of the
Yeah,
Chiefs, but I wanted to switch it up. And I was like,
yeah,
the Jets have a defense. They have the offense if everybody stays healthy.
yeah,
And so I was like, let's throw a wrench in it. So I think a
yeah.
lot of people that I saw predictions had the Ravens actually. Ravens and 49ers.
Ravens,
So
yeah. I think the Ravens will be good this year.
yeah.
It's not that it's all on quarterback's back, but it's probably going to come down to that. He
Yeah.
definitely controls that offense, so it'll unfortunately come down to how well he can play, which is crappy, because as a Packer fan, Aaron Rodgers had to do that for a lot of his career, put the team on his back. So, um, but yeah, Kyle, thanks for coming on the show. Uh, and we might see Kyle back on at some point. We're going to try and get multiple different guests on this show. We're going to try and just keep kind of rotating through, because I want to try and accumulate as many wins as I can possibly get, obviously. Um, but yeah, Kyle, anything you want to say to the people? Otherwise, we're going to sign off here just about.
Tune in. Tune in to Mustard Cat.
Yeah, that's right. Go follow Mustard Cats. Follow us on all social medias. Um, this is going to go on to YouTube. We eventually will be on Spotify and Apple for all the podcast style stuff like this. But thanks for tuning into Mustard Cat Sports Challenge. This was our first episode. Look forward to doing number 2 next week. And we drop it every Saturday. That is the game plan and what we're going to do. Every Saturday, Mustard Cat Sports Challenge. Saturday we drop it. You can watch it, enjoy it. So everyone have a wonderful weekend and enjoy some goddamn sports. Okay? Even if you're
Hell
mad,
yeah.
just Just enjoy it. Cheers, everyone.
Thanks for having me, Lucas.